Yeah, don't tell me you're not moving to the music too. Check out those moves. You're watching none other than Toronto City Councillor and Twitter superstar Norm Kelly. The 74-year-old is getting down to rapper Drake's Hotline Bling. The colored cube is just like the one in the original music video, but this one's been set up ahead of Drake Night at the Air Canada Centre in Toronto. Now, this is actually just the latest foray into pop culture and social media for the Toronto councillor. He, in fact, got in a Twitter war, if you can call it that, with Philadelphia rapper Meek Mill back in July. It was connected to Drake as well, after Meek Mill suggested that the Toronto rapper doesn't even write his own songs. What? A couple weeks later, he paid tribute to a dead raccoon. In spite of the animals being considered a pest in the city, his Twitter activity led to its own hashtag, the Summer of Norm. And Councillor Norm Kelly joins me live in the studio. There are people very excited that you are here, and I wonder if you ever got that reaction being a municipal councillor, or if things have changed for you now that you're Norm from Twitter.
It's a different experience, and an interesting one.
I mentioned that you're 74, and the point of that is to say that there are millennials who are still trying to master this thing, trying to figure out how to leverage social media to their advantage, and you seem to have just knocked it out of the park as naturally as anything.
Well, there were no guidelines, there was no goal in mind. I just set out to have some fun, and looking back and trying to answer the questions that I've been asked over the past 6 months or so, I've tried to identify some of the characteristics of my tweets that apparently appeal to people. One is stir the pot, the other is tickle the spot, and the third is inform. As well as doing those three things, I decided deliberately that I would not focus so much on myself as most do on Twitter, and instead focus on the city that I've come to know and love very much, and that's the city of Toronto, and the quirkiness of living in the city.
There are so many people, though, Norm, who are, whether your age or mine or somewhere below that, who are nervous about social media, who think that this is just, the gateway to a pitfall, to saying something that's going to get them in trouble, that they're going to end up on this program for all the wrong reasons, and yet you don't seem to share that kind of apprehension.
Well, it was designed to have fun. It was the equivalent of singing in the shower and enjoying it, and all of a sudden you're in front of an audience of a lot of people. And I'm trying my very best to be the same as I was at the beginning. But the premise was, have some fun with this.
Have some fun, and you say,
and if
and
others
also try
enjoy
to
it,
inform
if others
people.
enjoy it, terrific.
And so, how much a part of your day does this take up now? Because there are people who just go, Norm just tweeted something.
Probably more time now than at the beginning, because you follow what people are saying, and over time the responses are increasing in number. But I don't tweet as often as most people do. Some people must tweet 30, 40, 50 times a day. Toronto Life said I tweet on average 6.6 times a day.
6.6.
Yeah, so thank you, Toronto Life. I didn't know that. So a half a dozen to maybe 10 tweets a day.
You said it's kind of like singing in the shower. It's fun. Is that what you get out of it? Just another way of expressing a thought?
Yeah. We're living in interesting times, and we're living in a city that has emerged in my lifetime as one of the leading cities of the world. It's international and multicultural in its scope, it's diverse, and I think for that reason Drake is an excellent choice by Toronto Life as the #1 person of influence in the city. I think he's a terrific spokesperson for the brand of Toronto, and so I try to weave these things together, but hopefully from an interesting perspective or a unique perspective, with some fun and some silliness mixed into the exercise.
Are you having fun? Listen, one of your best buddies is Drake. Come on, a lot of people would love to be able to say that with any kind of credibility at all.
He is a terrific guy, very down to earth. Very bright, very talented, very ambitious, and I suspect that his rapper stardom is just one stage in what I think will be a very successful life as he moves on to other challenges as well.
Now, you've been holding on to, I think it's a T-shirt.
It is. Now, I don't know where I would stand.
I love that.
I've been positioned here.
That's right.
So may I present this to you?
Oh, please.
Okay.
We the norm.
Diana, it's
Come
my
on. How
pleasure.
good is that? I like
Now,
that.
this is produced by a young group of people, millennials, who I find to be very creative and entrepreneurial. And all the proceeds from the sale of this and the other products that carry We the Norm and some other texts on the front are going to Covenant House and Sick Kids Hospital.
Oh, that's fantastic.
All the proceeds. And if you want to know more, then go to wethenorm.com.
We the norm. That's perfect. And so nice of you to come and join us today to talk about this.
Well, I've enjoyed it very much.
Well
Thank
done.
you, Diana.
Thanks, Norm Kelly.
Okay.
Counselor from Toronto, Norm Kelly, joining us in the studio.